Should I write a horror script? I'm told they're easier to sell. Someone left me this question and it's heartbreaking because I got a feeling they paid someone for this terrible advice, some industry expert. There's a feeling, I think, among new writers, like, I'll write whatever they pay me for, I'll write. Well, it just doesn't work that way. Write whatever you think you're going to be good at and then continue writing it until you actually are good at it. It's not the same thing, right? It takes time to actually get good at something. Your first script is not going to be out of the park. When I was a kid, all I wanted to be was a comedy writer. I studied that. I threw myself into it. I became a student of the craft of comedy writing. And now I've gone on to write on some very high profile shows like Just Shoot Me and King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead, Marin, Wilfred. I've written on some lower profile shows that maybe you haven't heard of because there are 1,000 shows on the air and no one's heard of anything anymore. But even still, like, I love science fiction, but I'm not a science fiction writer. I was watching the finale of Severance the other night, and about halfway through it, I started screaming at my wife, "Oh my God, do you understand what this means? My mind is blown." Like, I was so impressed with the writers of that. I was blown away. But could I write on that show? I don't know, maybe. If I wanted to, I'd have to throw myself into studying that genre, and I'd have to write script after script to prove that I actually could write science fiction that was good enough to impress the showrunner of that show. But I don't know. And those writers on that show, could they write comedy? Well, they would have to write script after script of comedy to prove that they actually can write comedy. But that doesn't diminish either of our talents. Think about your favorite writers, whatever. They can be authors, like, Shonda Rhimes, Quentin Tarantino, Joyce Carol Oates, Stephen King, whoever your favorite is. Do they write in all genres? No, they're all experts at this one thing that they can do. And when you're in the mood for that, you turn to them. Even though they could probably have all opportunities to write in other genres, do they? Do they care to? Probably not. I mean, does it diminish any of their talent that none of them write French farce or procedural dramas? Of course not. So figure out what you want to do and focus on that and get really good at that until you are undeniably good. All right, for more on what it's like to be a TV writer, keep following me here at Michael Jamin Writer.